School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Deep South Dining on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White with Carol Palmer. Hello, Carol.
It's a rainy day in Mississippi, Mel.
It's raining, but we got homegrown tomatoes, so we don't care.
Yeah, we do.
We don't care.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
You know, we usually play it once a summer because tomatoes make us so happy.
They do make us happy. I've been growing little ones. I've got a couple of varieties of cherry tomatoes, tomatoes. I've got some of the little yellow ones. I don't have any serious tomato crop, but I'm really enjoying these little baby things that I grow in my hothouse.
Well, in cooking and coping this past week, there were so many lovely tomato things.
Yeah, well, people are getting after it.
Yeah, they are. And Lee Bailey had just a picture of a Cherokee purple.
I saw that.
Cut. It was really lovely.
That made me very hungry.
Yes.
And I've seen lots of photos of tomato sandwiches,
Yep.
which is a national food of the American South.
Yes.
Well, let's see, Carol. You and I had quite an outing on Friday. You and John Palmer, your husband, hosted Richard and Christina Ford and myself out at your place at Edwards, and we went a fishing.
Yes, and Richard was here. Richard and Christina came all the way from Maine, where Richard was accepting the
It's the Lifetime
Achievement
name for Noel Polk for the
Yep.
Mississippi Institute of Arts and Letters. Yes, Richard was to receive that award, and I was the MC of the ceremony and was able to introduce Richard and the other recipients as well,
You know,
which
it's just
includes
such a
many of our friends.
great point of pride to have another great author from Mississippi like Richard Ford, Pulitzer Prize winner. Yeah, he was so entertaining on Friday that I immediately, after y'all left, went out and got my old copy of The Sports Writer.
Oh, yes.
And I'm about at page 50 now.
Okay.
You know, his words, his writing is just so sharp and smart.
Indeed it is. It's
And
all
he's a
about-
good fisherman.
He's a guy. I introduced him as a, what did I say? He's a, oh, darn, I forgot what I called him now, but he got a chuckle out of it. But anyway, we went fishing and we caught a bunch of fish, and you and your team prepared a fabuloso traditional fried fish dinner with coleslaw and all the trimmings. The fish was delicious and, of course, quite fresh.
Well, I can take credit for none because I only cut up the cabbage. You made the coleslaw.
Oh, well, we had
And
coleslaw.
Our friend,
It was a team effort.
Yeah, our friend Renita Miles Lee of Lee's Heavenly Barbecue made the collard greens.
Hey, what about that dessert she sent, the little lemon custard thing?
And that was her daughter, Monique, actually cooked the fish and made these little lemon possets. It's
They were great.
French, I've seen them in pot de creme cups. And
they were presented
ramekin
in lemon
the top
halves.
of a lemon.
No,
yeah.
a
a half.
It was terrific.
Terrific.
It was just right.
Just right with brim, fried brim.
They were really
And
good.
Kara's apple cake was delicious, too.
Yes, Kara contributed an apple cake, which was just good. Now, we want to spend some time. I'm going to hit a couple of topics, and we're going to spend some time on hot dogs. Then we got Simon on the phone. Simon was the young man who wrote in. Marissa, he sent us an email. Or no, he didn't send it, but
His dad.
yeah.
I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, sent us an email last week about his produce, his little enterprise, and invited him to come talk about it. But we'll knock out a couple things, and then we'll get him on.
All right.
So, Carol, I told you I found this Acropolis Greek restaurant in Biloxi online, and I can't wait to try it. They serve these fabulous whole flounder, Greek
Yes.
style. So their menu looks terrific. And if anybody knows about the Acropolis Greek restaurant in Biloxi, we'd love to hear from you because we don't know much about it, but we need to know more about it. So you can call us at 1-877-672-7464 and tell us all about it. I wanted to give an update that Aladdin is moving next door to the Whitney Florist building.
Whitley's Flower Shop, yeah.
And they're expanding, and they're going to have a brand new dining room. So
Fantastic.
it should be within a week or so. I went by the other day, and I saw them in there setting everything up. Robert St. John has opened his restaurant in Gulfport, the Downtowner. It's like the Midtowner that he has in Hattiesburg. Breakfast, lunch, and he's finally gotten the doors open there. Wish him the best. That's the upbeat. The downbeat is down in New Orleans on Decatur Street. There's a huge construction project that's going on Decatur. That's
right slap in the middle of the quarter.
That's just causing all sorts of havoc. We've lost 2 restaurants in the last month. The long-standing Cafe Sabisa closed, which has been there for 100 years, I think. Cafe Sabisa. It closed because of this construction, and now Lufa, which is, I believe, one of the
Michelin Bib Awards.
won a
Yeah.
Michelin and then closed because of this construction project that seems to be destroying the traffic down there. One other thing I wanted to touch on is Jacques Pupin's stuffed eggs. That recipe blew my mind. Did you dig into the recipe?
I did. I have it here with me.
It's 3 steps.
Yes.
And I've never
Les
thought
Oeufs Jeanette.
Les Oeufs Jeanette.
Jeanette, named after his mother, who is Jeanette.
Yes.
And it is what we would call a stuffed egg.
It's crazy. There are 3 steps. Of course, you boil the eggs and peel them, and then you stuff them. And then he puts them in a skillet and sears them with the stuffing in it, then has a 3rd step of the topping. I have never seen it. So
everybody go on the internet and look up Jacques Pepin's either stuffed eggs or eggs Jeanette.
And we need to put it on Cooking and Coping.
Yeah, we
I meant
do.
to do that, and I forgot. But
I
anyway,
think you should make them and then put it on
it's
Cooking.
amazing. I'm excited about this.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, I have to have one more comment about that.
Okay,
Did you
please.
see his instruction when he tells you how he boils eggs? Then he drains
Yes,
the water
drains
off,
and cracks the.
and he shakes the eggs
And
in
then
the pan
ices them.
that cracked.
I've always done that.
I've never shaken an egg in the pan.
I have always done that.
Well, you and Jacques.
It's a restaurant thing.
Oh.
It's people in the restaurant. They take the pan after they empty the water out and shake them around and crush them. But then he puts cold ice
I
water
do
on it.
too.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I drop mine immediately in ice water.
Well, that's brilliant, and it should be done. So that's step 1.
I'm like Jacques.
Be like Jacques, not like Mal. Okay, Carol, hot dogs. I sent you
dogs.
and Marissa a video of this hot dog estimating and judging, and you said you were very familiar with this website. I was not.
Okay, this was on the Wire Cutter, which is one of my favorite sites. It is on the New York Times website, so you do have to be a subscriber. I went and looked to see if they had an independent subscription for the Wire Cutter, but they do not. They used
Anyway.
to. But it is all about
They did a survey of hot
testing,
dogs.
Testing. It's they do product recommendations and reviews, rigorous research in testing. And of course, they did the hot dog.
Of course.
And
they found the number one in their analysis,
was Sabrett's,
Sabrett's.
which we did not know, but doing our research, we found out that is the, great Bronx hot dog. And that's the hot dog that you will find on most of the street carts in New York. And Malcolm, it has great snap. And it's
Snap
juicy.
is everything.
It is juicy.
Snap is everything. Number 2 was an old favorite of ours, Hebrew National.
Yep, which we can get here.
We can get here. Followed by another one that you and I love, the Vienna beef.
Yeah, and that's a historic Chicago hot dog. And, Chicago has their own hot dog thing going, and, they think theirs are the best in the country, and they call it a true Chicago hot dog is described as having been dragged through the garden because they have 7 things that you must put on a Chicago hot dog.
1.
Yellow mustard.
2.
Sweet relish.
What kind of sweet relish?
Neon green.
3.
Chopped white onions.
4.
Fresh tomato wedges.
5.
Crisp kosher pickle tucked in the opposite side of the bun. Pickled sport peppers.
Yes.
And a dash of celery salt.
Indeed.
And absolutely no ketchup.
And finally in the survey, they ranked the Kirkland all-beef dog, which is the Costco dog. And you and I were sort of surprised about that. You go into Costco, and they'll sell you a big slice of pizza or a giant hot dog. And apparently these people think it's a quality dog.
Yeah, in the wire cutter, they said it was one of the heavier ones, almost a quarter pound. And I have got to mention my favorite, which is the Clements hot dog.
Clements.
It's Clements. It's from Wisconsin. It has texture and snap. And in Mississippi, you can buy it at the fresh market at Ridgeland is the only place.
Okay.
In the meat case.
The meat case.
Yeah, you pick out how many you want.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Got it.
And that's our hot dog roundup for today. Now we're going to the phones where our new friend Simon is joining us. Simon, how are you, sir?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. How old are you, buddy?
9.
9 years old. And we saw where you have been growing some produce and you've been sort of retailing, buying and selling some produce. Tell us about your operation.
Well, so my dad has a friend who started growing produce this year. He wanted to try what it's like to grow vegetables. So he made a giant patch of squash, cucumbers, and corn. And the squash was a lot to handle.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It keeps growing.
Kept making lots of squash.
So you decided that you would set up a stand, or how are you selling your squash?
Well, it's not really a stand, but it's more like...
There you are. See, we have a picture of you up here with you're operating out of the back of your pickup truck here.
In front of the Bank of Yazoo. Now, where are you selling? Is that in Yazoo? You're from, what, Louise?
Louise.
Yeah. So you came to town and set up your squash truck. Okay.
You either order online and we could deliver it to you, or I just set up on the side of the road and you would buy some.
Great. Now, Simon, what is your last name?
Smith.
Smith. Simon Smith. And you are operating in Louise, and people can find you if they're looking for you. Can they find you in town on Saturdays or during the weekend or something?
Well, they could.
If they come looking, huh?
Well, Malcolm, you and I really like to support local farmers and local produce salesmen.
Absolutely.
And this is one of the, greatest that we've heard of. To be in the 4th grade and already be a merchant.
Yeah. Well, Simon, where did you get this idea to sell produce?
Well, one day before school went out, my dad said, "You're going to be picking produce this summer, and that's what I ended up doing.
Well, how are you doing in terms of your business? Are your sales good?
Well, some of the cucumbers and squash, me and my mom turned into pickles, and we sold them at a farmer's market in Rolling Fork.
Yes, sir.
And they were they sold pretty well.
Did you make sweet pickles or dill pickles?
We made dill pickles, bread and butter, and bread and butter spicy pickles.
Oh,
They came in chips, spears, or whole.
Good.
And there were squash pickles.
Oh, really? Good.
Just came in. It was like squash, and it's like a normal pickle, but it's made with squash. The recipe's not any different.
Gotcha.
And
You just pickle the squash.
So do you help in the pickle making?
I did, but sometimes I was busy, so my mom did most of the pickling.
Okay.
So are you saving up for something? What are you going to do with all this money that you're making?
Well, it's going into my college savings account.
Now, that's the best place it can possibly go, isn't it, Malcolm?
That's great. Can you tell us how we can reach you, how people can find you if they want to purchase some produce from you?
Well, there is my mom's Facebook page.
Yeah. What's her name?
And
Evelyn Smith?
Jill.
No.
Huh?
No, go ahead. What's her name?
I think it's Jill Alberton Smith.
Okay.
I'm looking now.
Carol's looking for it. Well, Simon, first of all, thank you very much for reaching out. Tell your dad we appreciate it, and we're very impressed by your entrepreneurship, your business acumen, and your drive to do things and do things well. We wish you great success with your fundraising and with your produce stand and with your raising money for your college. And thank you for joining us today on Deep South Dining.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Best of luck. Y'all go buy some squash and some pickles from Simon Smith. And Carol, what about that story?
That's a pretty great story. I really want to go get some of those spicy bread and butter pickles.
I do too. I love those things. Okay, we're going to take a break. We come back. We're featuring a new book here. It's right here in front of me. It's Gina Diamond's The Blooming Table. Gina's local here in the Jackson metro area. She's going to join us and tell us about her new book. It's exciting, and we want to hear from her. We want to remind you that Deep South Dining Podcast is brought to you by Mississippi Red Pepper Sauce. More at msredpeppersauce.com. We'll be right back with Gina Diamond.
At the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience in Meridian, we believe in the power of the arts, storytelling, and education, just like Mississippi Public Broadcasting. MPB connects communities across the state with quality programs that inform, inspire, and engage. Their audience is loyal and appreciative of businesses that support public broadcasting, which makes underwriting on MPB a smart investment. Join us in supporting MPB. Learn more at mpbfoundation.org.
School choice, rural hospitals, voter access. The 2026 Mississippi Legislature will impact you and your family for years to come. MPB brings you At Issue, a weekly analysis of the legislative session and the issues affecting you with perspectives from both sides of the aisle. Brandon Jones and new At Issue analyst Rebecca Staples join me, Wilson Stribling, every Monday at 5 p.m. only on MPB Think Radio and wherever you get your podcasts. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Hatred destroys the one who hates the others that you hated. going about their business, care of us.
So the legacy of Medgar Evers is an understanding of our own humanity and of our own responsibility of seeing that in other people.
He is written out of history. He's just not included as Malcolm and Martin. To me, it's the 3 M's, and Medgar's right up there at the lead.
Everlasting, Life and Legacy of Medgar Evers. Watch now on MPB Passport. Visit mpbonline.org for more.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining right here on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer. We are glad that you have joined us today. We have special guests today, Carol.
We have Gina Diamond from Madison, and Malcolm and I have both loved looking through her book, The Blooming Table.
Absolutely. She is a gardener.
I've even cooked from it.
Already?
Yeah.
Gina's a gardener, a florist, and a host extraordinaire, and also now the author of and the producer of The Blooming Table. So we're so glad to have you, Gina. Welcome to the show.
Oh, well, thank y'all for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
You're quite the social media phenom. When I told my wife, I showed her this book, I said, Carol, look, this lady, oh, I know all about her. I follow her on social media. She loves to do floral arrangements and cook, so this is right down her alley.
Oh, well, I'm happy to hear that. Very happy. I'm glad our social media is reaching her.
So where are you from?
Memphis is home.
Yep.
Memphis is home. I've been in Jackson for 33 years. So really and truly, while I grew up in Memphis, I've been in Jackson longer than Memphis.
What sort of things have you done prior to floral arrangement, cooking, and now producing this beautiful book?
So my previous life, I was in marketing and PR, and I did that for 20-something years.
Now I see why your PR sheet and all of this for the book was so good.
You see, I knew what to do.
Yeah,
Thank
you knew
goodness.
exactly what to do.
You write your own stuff, right?
I thought, wow, she must have a really expensive PR person or PR agency.
Well, we do have a great social media person, so there's that as well. So, and wonderful team members. But marketing and PR had been my profession until our children were in every sport and needed to travel everywhere. And so at some point, my husband and I decided I would stay home. And so I stayed home for several years. And when my youngest started middle school, I realized soon I'll be an empty nester, and what will I do? And I thought about going back to marketing and PR, but really what I thought I want to do something that I really love, and flowers and food came to mind. With food, I would have needed a commercial kitchen, and I had no training whatsoever, so what kind of crazy idea was that? But then also, I loved flowers, and I thought, well, that's a much easier route. So I thought.
Well, you are so talented. I mean, the flowers in this book are just stunning.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's a passion, and when it's a passion, it's something that comes to you. So I'm blessed by that.
You do grow a lot, but you can't grow all of like what's in this book.
Oh
right?
no. We source our flowers from all the countries in the world and everywhere, so they come from all over. I do love to garden. I heard y'all talking about tomatoes earlier. This is my first year. I do have some purple, some gold, and some red. We'll see what happens.
All
but
right.
I do love gardening. I do love growing flowers, but the quantity that we use, I would never be able to keep up.
Right. But you do have a little cottage garden at your home, is that right?
I have herbs. Herbs, flowers, and it's a small. I would call it small.
So you started your flower company in Madison in 2016, is that right?
I did, and that was out of my home. And after about 2 years, it took over every closet in our house, and I started looking for.
There were containers everywhere.
Everywhere,
under the bed.
My kitchen was inundated with flowers, and so I started looking for a studio. And I found a small, very, very humble spot behind everything with no street presence, but in my mind at that time it didn't matter. I got in there, cleaned it up, and I thought, well, we could do a little retail. And that's how it happened. We quickly outgrew that spot and moved to our current location on Main Street, which has been wonderful for us.
And how long have you been there?
We've been there going on 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you have table linens, tableware, flowers, home accessories, art.
We have it all. We
Yeah.
do. It's a gift shop, floral shop, where we almost have two different businesses. We're full service florist, and then we have a whole gift shop, bridal registry, plant section, the whole everything, home decor. So
It's a
big.
lot of work. I had a retail store for 30-something
I know,
years.
and I admire you so much. And I visited your store a whole lot.
You. I know what it takes, when people say, oh, I know you just love it. It must be so much fun owning your own business as you're, cleaning the bathroom and hauling in boxes and opening boxes and pricing.
It is very
It is
rewarding.
not glamorous, but it is rewarding.
It is not glamorous.
And I loved it.
It is. There's something just magic about it. It is hard work, though. It is not something that just happens. It's very intentional what you have to go through, for sure.
Well, you take a product. There's a whole life cycle. I mean, you order it. You book the order in the computer. It comes in the back door. You have to open it, price it, throw the box away, put it in the storeroom, then put it on the shelf, then sell it to the customer, then gift wrap it. And there's something very, complete about that.
It really is. It like I said, it's just magic, and it is. I guess that's the reward when when you put it in that bag. That's the reward.
Yes.
And you've
I guess
done
for crazy people like us, it's a very rewarding. Malcolm's rolling his eyes.
He's probably, I don't think so.
Well, my retail was restaurants, so
Yeah.
not so much. Now, what % of your business is floral versus the gift side?
It's really about 50-50. I mean, we have a full-service florist, and then and I would say our workroom is about half of our space, and then our showroom is the other half. So
you must have large refrigeration for the flowers, right?
We do. We have that.
Like a walk-in, like at a restaurant walk-in?
We do not have a walk-in. Because we grew so organically, we've just added them over time. And had I...
Oh, there's a photo. There we go.
Yeah. Had I thought about... had I been more intentional with, I'm going to start this huge floral company, I would have thought of things differently, but that's how it happened. So
beautiful.
Thank you.
So one question I had in the book, your table settings are lovely.
Thank you.
Are these lines that you carry in the store, is this your personal, a lot of it, or are you at flea markets and thrift stores buying beautiful things?
A large portion of it came from the store, but some of it is my personal dishes. And then others of it came from our publishing company. They had some, but we boxed up a truckload of props for the book. So
and the photography was done by your publishers?
The publishers did the photography.
And they're out of Birmingham.
And we did 6 of the chapters were done in Madison, and 6 of them were done in Birmingham.
Okay.
And we had different host homes or host locations. We were in the oldest schoolhouse in Alabama for our back to school section. But everybody was amazingly generous and hospitable toward us.
Well, how did you learn about floral arrangement? You just have an eye for it, and you've learned over the years, taught yourself, or did you have someone in your life that knew this and shared it with you?
So when I was really young, I would work in the yard with my great-grandmother. She was from Bassignana, Italy, and she didn't speak a lot of English, but we could work in the yard together, and we planted all kinds of things. I mean, hydrangeas, tulips, mint, nandinas. I just remember planting these things with her. And so I guess I from a very early age, just felt comfortable with it. And then Mother would pull things from the yard and put them in vases, and so I thought, well, I can do that. And so it just kind of came naturally. And over the years, people would say, can you put some flowers together? Sure, I'll do it. Not really having any training. And then I would I started doing church flowers, and if you've ever church flowers, you learn a lot really fast. And so I had done that for years and years, and I had done events, and people had asked me to do flowers. But when I started thinking of having a business, I thought, well, I trust myself, but who's going to trust me, beyond my family and friends? And that's when I started taking classes and became certified, so that I had faith in myself, but that others would have faith in me, that I had learned properly and all of that. Because there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and you don't want that to happen. So.
Where does one go to get certified? I remember that Mississippi State used to have a department. I don't know if they still do, and they had someone that Ralph Knoll. I attended a class with Ralph Knoll, and he was wonderful. And Mississippi State still does have a wonderful program. I, however, chose an online class. It was Floral Design Institute. They're out of Portland. Took those classes. Did the entrepreneurial class in Portland, which was invaluable. Funny thing, I took that class about a week before we were going to open. So if anything was wrong, it was too late. It was just too late.
It was too late. But I wanted that class because, again, I had never run a floral business, so I felt I needed that. So it provided a fabulous background.
Yeah, well, bravo. I mean, it is not easy to get certified.
Well, it took me a long time, because for every class I'd take the class 3 times. Because I wanted to commit it to memory, because it was going to be what I was doing. So, but thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about cooking now. And Gina,
I'm going to get to cooking by going through this store. I want to know more about your Italian grandmother.
Okay.
And was this in Memphis?
This was in Memphis.
Okay.
So my family migrated from Italy. Most of them from northern Italy, some of them from southern Italy, but most from northern Italy, and that's where all my influence came from. And she was definitely the matriarch of the family and had 6 children, and so my grandmother being one of them. And my grandmother was probably my biggest influence as far as cooking, because her life was cooking. She loved it.
And what dishes would you say that you cook in the book that are an influence of your Italian heritage?
I
saw the chicken parmesan.
Yeah.
And let me get the olive cheese spread.
Please.
That one's good. I would say that while she did prepare a lot of Italian dishes, she grew up in the South. So the South was a lot of her influence as well, but definitely her spaghetti sauce or spaghetti gravy, whatever you want to call it, was definitely one of the most significant ones, because it's used in so many other dishes.
All right. That's cool. So I'll tell you what, should go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll get deep into the book and the recipes and the foods that we do here on Deep South Dining. Again, I want to remind you that our podcast is brought to you by Mississippi Red Pepper Sauce. You can discover more about it, this local peppers with a familiar kick, at msredpeppersauce.com. We'll take a short break, be right back with our special guest, Gina Diamond, and her new book, The Blooming Table.
Together through the years, together in the future. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
Mississippi is a place of deep roots where every story matters and every voice can be heard. At MPB, we stand with our local communities, bringing you the voices of those who shape our state through local programming that reflects our culture across small towns to big cities, from the Delta to the coast. We tell the stories that define us, from the music that carries our voices to the leaders who inspire change. MPB brings you the heart of Mississippi, celebrating Mississippi one story at a time. MPB, your stories, our mission.
Welcome back to Deep South Dining right here on MPB Think Radio. Malcolm White, Carol Palmer, and our special guest, Gina Diamond from Gina Diamond Floral. What's the name of the biz?
Gina Diamond's Flower Company.
Flower Company. Yeah. And you have a new book entitled The Blooming Table, and it is full of yummy, yummy food recipes and floral designs and great photography. You won some sort of an award for this book, right?
We did. I didn't even know it was being put up for an award, but it did for its print quality, the photography, the layout, and all of that, which I'm really happy about. And I do think my marketing background really helped with that.
Yeah, but I think that's right.
I think you're so right.
So on break, we went down the tomato sandwich rabbit hole, and Gina has a tomato sandwich in the book, and Carol and I both, we play this game without even talking about it. I marked certain recipes that I was interested in. She marked certain in her book.
We both have we walked in with little yellow markers in our...
But we both marked the tomato sandwiches. So tell us a little bit about your tomato sandwich, and then we're going to talk about the traditional Vicksburg tomato sandwich.
So really these are just cut them out with a biscuit cutter, mayonnaise. Sometimes I'll add bacon to my mayonnaise. Mm-hmm. Keep it pretty simple. And in the summertime, I love a homegrown tomato, but sometimes you don't have that. And so in the book, you see the little cherry tomatoes in different colors, mm-hmm. Which makes it very pretty and a little bit different.
I really was attracted to that. I mean, the little tomatoes just look, it's just so appealing and colorful.
And again, it's just a little twist. It's just a little maybe unexpected, just a little bit different, but it's a basic tomato sandwich.
And you said you recently cooked the Vicksburg, the historic and traditional Vicksburg tomato sandwich, because you're in a cookbook club, and
yes.
Y'all chose...
We chose Ambrosia, the cookbook from Vicksburg. We've been cooking out of it for a year, and so there's 12 of us in the cookbook club. We get to try a multitude of recipes in one day without having to actually prepare them all, so it's really fun.
Yeah, and the Vicksburg tomato sandwich kind of has a name, yeah. But it's a basic tomato sandwich
like
too.
Smith County watermelons, right?
Yeah, and being associated with the International Ballet Competition for so long, that's one thing we always have to have, because the judges, and many of them, come every 4 years. They start asking for tomato sandwiches, no matter if they're from China or Finland or wherever it's a hot item. But the Vicksburg tomato sandwich is, just the mayonnaise and the thing that it has. It's a little bit different, that you put a little bit of grated onion with little onion juice on top of the tomato.
On top of the tomato.
Yeah, and then a little paprika.
That's what makes it Vicksburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gina, we kind of go round and round. We have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 topics that we just enjoy, like hot dogs, for example. And so we always ask people when they come on, what's your favorite mayonnaise?
I'm a Hellman's girl.
Oh, my gosh. And I will say to you, as I say to Malcolm, does Hellman's have its own football bowl game?
I don't know.
They do not.
Oh, goodness.
But you know what? I'm a Hellman's guy as well, so it's okay. You know, Duke's is a very popular mayonnaise in this part of the world.
Yeah.
And I like Duke's as well.
I do too.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Duke's.
And Robert St. John is a blue plate man.
Because of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their, regional.
We need to start a tally and find out who's winning for real.
You need to put up a big board in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never would have thought this of Gina.
I'm sorry.
Never.
I'm so sorry to have disappointed.
Okay, the recipes.
Let's talk about the recipes.
The recipes. Is this just from a collection of your favorite recipes from Cooking Around and Cookbook Club and Grandmother, just a compilation?
It is a compilation of recipes from my whole life, basically. It really is. It was hard to select.
Yeah.
We had to have a certain number. And I didn't think I could do it, but we did it.
You narrowed it. What are your kids' favorite meals that are in the book?
Oh, the jambalaya.
They love the jambalaya.
Be one of the
That's a non-Italian dish.
I was going to say the spaghetti, the ziti.
The ziti, the baked ziti. I saw that.
Look good. Yeah.
Those are.
But I didn't see meatballs. Did I just miss it?
So no, I never really did a lot with
maker.
Meatballs.
Okay.
Nope, never did. We have a meat sauce.
Yeah, in certain parts of
is
Italy, that's
no meatballs.
It's a meat. Yeah, it's a meat.
I had this
sauce.
discussion with my husband last week because I bought some Primo's spaghetti sauce, and he was like, "Where are the meatballs?" I said, "The meat is in the sauce." And he didn't accept that.
So I had meatballs in Rome. Why not? And they were in sort of a brown sauce, Carol. They were certainly not in a tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Delicious, but for a while I ran Tumanella's, a restaurant in Vicksburg. Speaking of Vicksburg, so I had Miss Mary's recipe for meatballs and spaghetti. I loved it. Growing up, my aunt Glennie made a terrific meatball and spaghetti recipe. But anyway, I love the marinated shrimp recipe.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So that one is just a classic. If you have a large group of people coming, that is something that you can do ahead of time. It's got a tangy, mustardy, vinegary sauce in it. It's just fresh and good. It's just been something that I have served for almost every, cocktail party or what have you, and people really tend to enjoy that.
Carol makes a fabulous marinated shrimp.
Yeah, I can't wait to try yours. I do. Susan Spicer's, the chef in New Orleans, hers is called Ashley's Pickled Shrimp.
Pickled shrimp. Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait to try yours.
And that's, I would imagine, kind of similar along those lines.
I'm interested in the mustard and the one you're talking about. But I made your squash casserole Saturday night. And I really loved using the panko on the top. We've had, years of crumbled Ritz crackers. and it was a refreshing and crunchy change.
Yeah. We made squash twice this week, but just baked squash. We didn't do anything fancy with. But, squash are coming, and tomato. All of the nightshades are coming in. And we got to think of many ways in which to take care of them.
Use all of them.
Yes, indeedy. Let's see. I was curious about the dressing. It was your mother-in-law's dressing?
Yes. So growing up, my Italian grandmother always put sausage in her dressing, and I didn't know it was any other way until I started dating my husband. And we went over to his house, and they were preparing the dressing, which I was shocked because when it went into the oven, it looked like soup. And there was no sausage. And so I started learning from her and found out that soupiness is what keeps it moist.
Right.
I started making it like she did. And that has been what my family has grown up on.
So they don't get sausage in there?
They do not get sausage.
Cornbread?
Yes, it's cornbread dressing.
It's cornbread.
It's cornbread dressing. Yep.
I liked the sweet potato casserole right next door because I've never seen bacon on top of a sweet potato casserole.
Neither have I.
But I can visualize how that tastes.
Well, and I'll tell you how that came to be. I will confess that I am not a sweet potato casserole fan because to me it's a dessert. Yeah. And so that's how I came up with that, where it wasn't as sweet. Sweet potatoes are sweet all on their own.
Yeah.
They don't need sugar, really.
They don't need honey.
No,
they don't need brown sugar, which people put all over them, and I don't get it.
I mean, no, they're good just like they are. But that's how I just thought something savory with that sweet would be good.
And I think you're right.
Well, thank you.
Let's see. What was I going to ask you about? Let's talk a little bit about the table. You do events, right?
We do.
And you do tables and you do food, catering, and floral. You do it all?
We don't cater. We do not cater. However, we do host workshops once a month, and I do prepare all the food for those workshops. So it is a little bit more than your regular cheese and cracker spread, and we've kind of become known for that. And really, that's a little bit of how the cookbook even came to be. Is we would prepare the food, and people started asking us for the recipes, and we'd post them to our website. My sister actually does that from France, and one day we looked up and we're like, we have a cookbook right here. We didn't even think about what we were doing. We were just adding them as the months went on. So that's really how the food kind of comes into it. But we don't cater, but we do the flowers.
The workshops are floral workshops?
They're floral workshops.
And you do upscale, you do not fancy, but you do really good food for the workshop.
Yes, we do.
That's sort of how you combine the two.
Yes, we usually have about 4 savory dishes and 2 desserts per workshop, and they're a lot of fun. And the workshops are hands-on, and we teach them. We teach the people that attend how to do a particular arrangement, and they do it. We have 50 people that attend, and it's a wonderful, wonderful
How long
night.
does the workshop last?
They arrive at about 5:30. They usually start eating at 5:30. We start the class at 6, and they're usually there till 8 or 8:30. Depends on the class, how hard it is, and how fast people catch on to it. And then also they shop afterwards, so depends on how long they stay. But it's just a really fun night.
So you feed them dinner before the workshop?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. You got to keep people happy.
Attention. I know. Keep them happy.
You can't arrange flowers if you're hungry.
Absolutely not.
And did you say 50?
We have 50 people attend.
And
yes.
This is in your store?
In the store. It's in our workroom. We transition the workroom from our everyday floral design to a workshop room in a matter of hours.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
We got to tell our listeners.
30 years of cooking classes, I'm really impressed with this.
Tell our listeners how they could attend one of these.
So to attend, we will actually be posting our fall schedule in the next 2 weeks, and you can either follow us online at Gina Diamond's Flower Co., either Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or you can search our website, which is GinaDiamondsFlowerCo.com.
Okay.
So they'll be posted there, or come in the shop and we'll have a little handout that they can have.
And again, tell us where the shop is. It's downtown Madison?
It's downtown Madison. We're on Main Street. We are actually between Highway 51 and Old Canton Road, so we're at the very end of Main Street. We're in the Strawberry Festival next to Burn Boot Camp, and so been a great location for us. Has worked great for having enough parking spaces for our workshop attendees. It's been a good spot for us.
Oh, that's great. The workshop sounds like a real deal. That sounds like a fun evening. Do you get couples, or is it single people? Is it mostly? It's mostly women. Women.
We've had a few men attend. We had one come until he saw that it was all women, and he left.
Oh no!
But anybody's welcome to attend, but mostly it's women.
Huh. Okay.
Do you do garden clubs and those type of events?
So a lot of times garden clubs will ask us to do something special for them, and we have hosted them, and we have also gone to them. So it depends on how many they have and all of that. So.
Now, are you solely retailing this, or can
the book
people buy it elsewhere too?
So the book is either available in our store or online. So
okay.
Pretty much
so
I am solely doing it. A few stores have purchased some copies, but for the most part, it is, believe it or not, through us.
Yeah.
And how long has the book been out?
The book was released last November. It came to us about 4 months earlier than expected. We had no PR plan, no press release, no launch party, nothing planned, and it threw us into a tailspin. It was good because it came before the holidays, but it was hard.
And do you know how many you've sold to date, more or less?
We've probably sold close to 2,000.
Great.
That's really wonderful.
And again, it's published by a group out of Birmingham, right?
It's actually 83 Press, which is the book imprint of Hoffman Media. Hoffman Media has many, many lifestyle publications, Southern Lady, Victoria Magazine, Southern. Years and years and years, I use their magazines for inspiration, for finding recipes, entertaining ideas, and I had no idea that 83 Press was Hoffman Media until my husband called 83 Press to see if they'd be interested in publishing a book like this. And I was very happily surprised to find out, and they were amazing to work with. They are true professionals. It wouldn't have happened without them. So
I really like how the book is organized. You take us through all you start in January and go all the way through the year with major events and life events.
Well, and that was a midnight decision. My editor called and she said, "How do you want to organize the book?" And we have to know by 12:05. I said, "Okay, well."
You mean tonight?
Yeah, like now. So I guess I had sort of had it in my head, but when she asked the question, I knew what to say. So
it makes sense because you have your table settings, you have your flowers and your food all around these events like Easter. I mean, it just helps bring it together.
Well, and I really wanted to make it easy for somebody if they did want to not have to think about what am I going to have for Easter or what can I do that's different. But we've had people that are actually cooking the whole recipe and doing the flowers.
Fantastic.
But you can mix it up however you wish.
All right, Gina, thank you so much for joining us today, and awfully glad to meet you, and good luck with the book.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a real privilege.
We'll
to be
come
with
to the
both
shop and check it out.
Thank you.
Deep South Dining is a production of Mississippi Public Broadcasting's Think Radio. We are funded by generous contributions from listeners like yourself, and we thank you. Our show is produced by Marissa Vaughn. For our special guest, Gina Diamond, my co-host, Carol Palmer, I am Malcolm White, saying now please stay tuned for At Issue up next, and join us next Monday at 4 p.m. and every Sunday at 9 a.m. for more Deep South Dining.